It is Monday the 24th of February. Let's take a look at Solana because there's some real anxiety in Solana that it's lost major support and everything is over and it's never going up again. And so let's have a look at where we are and where potentially this market might find some support and bounce. For me, I don't like that it's underneath this weekly 50 moving average, but you can see that we have got underneath the weekly 50 moving average before, and it doesn't mean that we're going to go down in a straight line or that it'll never get a bounce that you can get out from. And let's look at where the levels for me that said this is a proper trend reversal and this entire rally from 2022 is over. For me, the 786 fib level retrace of a most recent swing is kind of the line in the sand. So for example, this was the most recent swing higher. As long as this didn't break the 786 fib, for me it was still going higher. And here, if we go back to the beginning of this rally here, and it's starting to look a little bit toppy here, and is it all over, and was this just a correction? And we're going to go lower. If I look at this, you know, I'm always looking for this again here. We didn't, from this low to high, we didn't break the 786 fib. From this low to high, we didn't break the 786 fib. That's where it found support. And so that's what I'm kind of looking for again here in this pullback in Solana. Now, big picture, I'm always looking for confluence where everything lines up together. So if we look at where we are in Solana, or if I was looking at a stock and I go all the way back to all-time lows, a 50% retrace of all-time lows is always a pretty good guaranteed bounce level first time you tag it. If we go all the way back to the lows in Solana, we're getting pretty close to this 50% retrace level here. I've got it on this CoinEx chart, which has the most history at 149. But even if I set this back to 0, which it would be because, you know, it's a number and it started at 0 once, that only it brings us down to 147.50. So I think around 150, 147, 149, there is a pretty good chance of a bounce level because we are at that 50% retrace level. Even if you take, you know, a Coinbase chart, that level comes in at 150. Even if we take this most recent swing, right, let's say not, and see where the 50% retrace is from the lows that we made in 2022, the FTX shakeout debacle, we can see that comes in at 150, 150. So we are between 151, 147 then becomes a pretty interesting support zone. And if we take the most recent swing, which of course brings us back to that August low where pretty much everything in the market made a bottom in August 2024, we can see that this also, from this most recent 5-wave swing higher, is where the 786 fib is. So, you know, if you're going to leave an order, I don't think that around 150 in Solana against the US dollar or Tether is a terrible idea. And this is where I'm going to be looking to see if we get some reversal price action, because for me, that is potentially support. Now, a lot of people will say, well, from the low here that we made in December 2022, surely you can count 5 waves up and the party is over. Yeah, we could say that, but in crypto, particularly, you see very extended 5th waves, and sometimes what you think where you see 5 waves up here as being kind of the 5th wave done can sometimes be just the first wave of a bigger 5th wave. And in 5th waves, right, normally in a trending market, when you have pullbacks, they don't overlap, they don't come into the previous wave. But in 5th waves, you can very often do that, so they will overlap like this. And in 5th waves, the most common retrace of these deeply overlapping waves is 786 fib. So if we have just done a wave 1 of 5, then this would be a very reasonable place for Solana to find support around this 150 level. And if we don't hold this 150 level, and in fact if we get underneath it and it becomes resistance in this zone and we continue lower, then yeah, I think we could argue that this whole swing is complete, and then we would be looking for a bigger 3-wave correction before the next swing up higher to new highs in Solana. So as we head into this week and shakeout and continuation of Friday's moves, this 150 level for me is, which is a little bit lower than where we are, is where I'm going to be watching the price action and seeing if we can get some of a reversal here, because that still leaves the potential over that this swing from the low in 2022 is not over, and that we could continue higher from here. And underneath it, if we get stuck underneath it, then yes, I think there is a bigger correction coming. I'm not going to say what I think this means for meme coins or Solana coins. Really, for a couple of years now, these really since this 2022 low, these meme coins have had a epic run, and it may be that we are in a little bit of a bigger correction. For me, in Solana, this 150 level is gonna be it. Good luck.